One. Hello, and welcome everybody to It's All a Work. You guys already know what we are doing today. We are reviewing Smackdown, and I've got Dresh over to my side, Hanji Manji down below, and it is me, as always, your boy, Big T. So today, the little preview. You guys read it already. Jade and Nia didn't deliver. New number one contenders for the tag team belts, and the king of the ring just became predictable. Which isn't always a bad thing. I mean, I think it is, but some other people don't think that it is. So it's, it just depends on how you want to view it. Either way, we're going to jump right in here. You guys already know what happens at the beginning of every Smackdown. I'm not going to say the names. We're just going to say people arrived to the arena, and then we got right into the action with Bianca Belair and Tiffany Straton. Tiffany Stratton's dreams of becoming queen of the ring were dashed. And as some people are speculating on social media, Bianca Belair may have been pregnant, and people are upset because Tiffany was kicking her in the stomach and it seemed personal.
The fact that if she was pregnant and she went out there and did that, there's liabilities in that. So they wouldn't have had it. I'm just going to clear that shit right up. Now, secondly, there's other rumors that are saying she dropped the baby and then went out and wrestled Tiffany Stratton. I'm gonna need y'all to dead that shit. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, but no, that did not happen.
This fucking high school prom over here. Good lord.
Apparently, you just womp and then go out and wrestle a full-length match.
Hey, you know what? If anybody can do it, it's Bianca. I'll tell you what.
But just no, like stop. All right, stop.
Well, everybody watched the match. Everybody knows pretty much what happened. We're picking a limb and we're working it. Tiffany works the right leg of Bianca Belair most of the match. By the time we get near the end of the match, we're gonna get a "This is awesome" chant. We get a Tiffy time chant. We get a Bianca Belair chant, all at the same time, pretty much. These women actually really did go out and they kicked some ass. It was a very good match. Your finish is going to be Tiffany Stratton going for the prettiest moonsault ever, and Bianca Belair is going to counter it. Tiffany's going to end up going to try to go up on... the way she counters is Tiffany goes up on those ropes for the prettiest moonsault ever, and then Bianca hangs her up on the ropes, turns it into the KOD. Bianca moves forward in the tournament. We're starting this little thing now where we have interviewers go in, Kathy Kelly and, others of that nature come in and interview at the end of the match. And Kathy's going to get in the ring and ask Bianca about her knee and says, how is that going to affect you moving forward? And she says, my knee is banged up, but I'm still the best, the roughest, the toughest, the most pregnantest. And nothing is going to stop her on her way to the crowd.
I really hope that the whole ring, interview in the ring after the match thing, that's a PLE type shit. From back in the day, we don't need that anymore. We don't need it after every one. So I'm kind of hoping this is just for the king and queen of the ring. Otherwise, it's just a ploy to waste more time and not have to, pay your wrestlers as much because you don't have to have as many matches on the show.
That's fair.
Yeah, they started it with King of the Ring, and I think it's just going to be a King of the Ring kind of thing. I think because I don't really see other instances where they would use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hope that's all it's for. Because
yeah, I mean, I'm sure that. That's the thing. It's just like the people walking from the back all the way out to the front now, and people walking from the outside of the arena all the way to the ring, that kind of thing. They're just trying new stuff, and if they think it works, then they will keep doing it. You know, that's kind of the idea.
They'll run with it. I mean, honestly, I don't hate the in-ring interviews. I don't hate it. You know, it gets them a little more TV time after the match, and like Dre said, it does kind of waste time, and because sometimes you just gotta have filler. They don't want to overwork the wrestlers. As you can see, the injury bug has hit a lot of wrestling entertainments.
There are so many injuries right now.
Like there's injuries everywhere, so it gives the wrestlers a little break, so they're not going out there performing day in, day out, consistently at 100%, like just burning the candle at both ends per se.
Right.
So I don't mind it. I get it. So
fair enough. So yeah, that's gonna be our first match. I mean, gentlemen, we pretty much said it all. The ladies went out there, they kicked some ass, they did a really good match. It was not Tiffy's time. It just wasn't. And I was heated about it. In our personal chat, I was going on about it. But
he has a problem.
But
he legitimately has a problem.
but it is what it is, gentlemen. It will be Tiffy's time eventually, and I don't know who's going to win Queen of the Ring at this point. I have theories, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. But
I mean, honestly, Tiffany could have went over, and I still wouldn't have been mad. Now that I know the direction it went into after the fact.
Yeah. Looking at it, the way that match went, if Tiffany had gone over, it would have been just as good of a match, in my opinion.
Hey guys, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but we did just hit a follower goal of 170 followers. We were hanging around that 162 for a while, and we are now at 228 followers. We just jumped from the last time that I looked at it. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the community, and please join the conversation. We want to hear everybody's thoughts on what they think about SmackDown and any other wrestling event that we review. So now we're going to have to up the goal amount after the stream tonight. So again, thank you guys for that.
Hey, we need 2K followers. I'm calling it.
Hey, I would love to have 2K by the end of the summer, man. That's a good goal. We'll see if we can make it happen. Who knows?
Yeah. I need everybody that's watching right now to give us a follow. Man.
Seriously. Yeah.
We would appreciate it. But look, we'll get back to the reason why the people are here. We're going to get back to SmackDown. Now, we're gonna go through a couple of the backstage things. We had, I think it was about 5 or 6 matches, so we were, had a bunch of backstage stuff, so we'll knock that out real quick. We're gonna get a recap of what happened last week between Logan and Cody. And then we see Logan Paul walking into Nick Aldis's office, and we get a face-off between him and LA Knight. And Aldis will motion Paul to come into the office. So that's really interesting. Obviously, we're going to be doing that match somewhere down the line. And I think that since this swerve happened that we're about to talk about with the contract signing, I think that I think it would be nice to see LA go for the U.S. title. Give that a shot.
I think he'll win it too.
I just need LA Knight to punch Logan in the dick. That's all I need.
Vince just wants Logan to be punched in the dick regardless. It doesn't matter who it is. Just somebody go punch him in the dick.
That's fair. That's fair.
He deserves it. It's just something in his face. He deserves it.
He's just like, grab his dick and twist it.
He needs to have a guy on his payroll every day that just wakes up in the morning right in the dick. Every day.
Wow. What do you guys think? Do you guys watching? Do y'all think, guys and girls watching, do y'all think that LA Knight and Logan Paul would be a good match? And furthermore, do you guys believe that LA Knight should take that U.S. title? Do you think that he's the one to dethrone Logan Paul?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Like he's done anything.
Man.
He's had some matches. But don't say dethrone. Like
LA Knight is in his prime.
Oh my God! All right, we're getting We're getting out of this.
Okay. All right.
Did you just lose power? What the?
Oh shoot!
My man's in the dark.
I lost partial power.
Holy crap!
Oh!
All right.
I don't know.
Yo, Prime is after him. Prime is after him.
What is? How is your computer still on? All right, nah, this is wild.
Yo,
What, is Uncle Howdy in your house? What is going on right now?
I have no clue.
Nah, son.
Logan attacked into his lights.
All right.
No clue, bro.
No.
What the hell?
What is going on?
Yo, we're gonna try to continue. I'm actually. That's weird. Anyway, so we're gonna cut and see Jaden Saxton in the back, and she's gonna be asked about Nia, and Jade says that she's heard about Nia being the irresistible force, but to her, Nia is just standing in her way. Bianca then walks up. Bianca then walks up, and we get a little bit of a tease of them going against each other. And potentially standing across from each other in the ring. And Jade says, girl, let's just do this one match at a time, right? So, obviously, Bianca and Jade are going to happen. I think they're going to tease it all the way until WrestleMania. I think at some point they're going to lose the titles. I think Jade turns heel. WrestleMania 41, Bianca versus Jade. I think that's how it ends. That's a long-term prediction, but that's just logical to me.
So you think Jade turns heel? Well, why not Bianca? She hasn't had a heel run yet.
Yeah, but I think it. Look at Jade's character.
I know it makes sense.
Look at Jade's character. It makes sense.
I know. Oh, that's what we're looking at, just her.
Look at her character. The way it's designed, the way she interacts. It feels like it would make more sense for her than it would for Bianca. It really does.
I know.
It almost seems like with Bianca's EST, it really almost feels like it would require a whole rebrand for her to go heel.
Bianca is the Cena of women.
I will say this real quick. To your point, G. Bianca has that anger in her that she can't get rid of for Bayley. She has that anger inside of her that she can't get rid of for Damage Control. She definitely has like an underlying heel story, and I think that she could make use of that. I just think Jade, with her size and her ability to absolutely dominate other competitors, I think her being heel ends up being a better look. But I would love to see Bianca take a crack at it, but I do agree, Bianca's like the John Cena of women's wrestling right now.
She is. But again, I'm just throwing it out. You know me, chaos. I want to see Bianca turn heel eventually. It'd be a good run, I think.
Yep.
Honestly.
So we're gonna get a video package. Moving on, we're gonna get a video package of a reminder of what happened with the Bloodline, and we're gonna cut to Tama getting ready for his match.
The motherfucker was. I don't know what he was doing, but he needed to start.
You ever seen those chatter teeth? It's like he had those chatter teeth or something, man. That was wild.
Yeah.
That
sounded like Dr. Disrespect a little bit.
That wilded me out. Yeah, Solo's gonna stand up and say, hey man, it's time to go. They leave, so Tama and Loa, they leave, and Paul asks Solo if he's talked to him today, him meaning the tribal chief, the real tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And Solo responds with, all the time, wise man. Which means, to me, Solo's lying. He's not talking to Roman Reigns, he's just taking over. That's all this is. I don't think he's talking to Roman Reigns at all. I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain he's not talking to Roman.
I say, because we are 100% turning Roman face. Do what?
Hey, we got a new subscriber at Tier 1.
Hey, Matty91,
hey.
Thank you so much for the sub. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Woo, thank you.
Halfway to the sub goal for the month.
Halfway to the sub goal, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it.
So, yeah, G, what was your thoughts? Were you saying that you think he is actually going to be in contact with the tribal chief?
No, I was saying he's not. Like, this man just took over. Because he literally said Roman lost their belt or our belt, as he said.
Yeah.
So he he basically, it seems like he lost respect for him after he lost the belt. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and step up, take over, be the man, beat my chest, act crazy. It's my time to shine.
Yeah. Yep. And I cannot wait for us to do this match. Whether it's at SummerSlam or Survivor Series, I cannot wait for OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. It's going to be awesome.
I will say, outside of the others, then Solo is subpar Tribal Chief.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting anything.
He looks like the guy.
I really keep hoping we're going to see. Fuck. What's his name? The
Rikishi,
my brain is
Jacob Fatu.
That's it.
Jacob Fatu.
My brain completely fucking just blanked right there. Yeah. I keep hoping they'll bring him in. I know he's been in the center, but yeah.
Yep. Jacob will be entering. It's just really whose side is he on? Also, I've seen some articles that they are hesitant to bring in Jacob immediately because they think that the intensity of Jacob will overshadow Solo Sikoa.
We talked about that like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Did we talk about that? So that's okay. So yeah, we already did talk about that. So yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. No, 100%. Fatu's intensity will overdo Solo. There's no doubt. Solo tries, but like Solo's just the silent, and then he's got the spike. Okay.
He's a solid muscle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob
Jacob is like, he's like Tama. He will come in and he will just absolutely shit on your face.
Oh God! Wait a minute. Was that really? Look,
Why?
We can't do this. We can't do this.
All right.
We have a mature content filter. We're good.
But hey, chat. What do you guys think? Do you think that Jacob Fatu comes in as a member of the new Bloodline? Do you think that he comes in as a member of the OG Bloodline? How do you think that works? And do you agree with what people are saying? Do you think that Jacob Fatu will overshadow Solo Sikoa's energy? Personally, I believe it will as well, but we want to hear what y'all think.
Is it Fatu or is it Fatu?
It's Fatu.
Okay.
Yeah. LA. So we're gonna go on to LA Knight in the back, and he's going to. He says he's going to introduce Tama to the BFT. And his head, and his, meaning LA Knight's head, his own head, to the King of the Ring crown. Carmello's going to walk up and he offers LA Knight the chance to welcome him to Smackdown. And LA says that no one is going to remember that Carmello Hayes was picked first in the draft because no one remembers, No one remembers that the person who was picked in the draft when Tom Brady was picked or something like that is what he said. He said that he doesn't need to worry about him, meaning the LA Knight. He doesn't need to look past Randy Orton. Carmello says that LA Knight needs to not worry about Randy Orton because after tonight the words or the letters won't be RKO. They're going to be HIM. And LA says, look who won the spelling bee. No one is going to say that crap. You want to hear something? And then he goes, LA Knight. Yeah. And then yep. And the crowd obviously follows suit. And he looks at Carmello and he says, all right, now go play somewhere. I'm busy. And walks off.
He little broed him like straight up. Go play somewhere. That's tough. That is a fight on site.
Yep. So now we're teasing yet another fight, which with LA Knight. So the good thing is you know what? A lot of fans were really worried about WWE and the way that they were treating LA Knight. And I think right now we have come full circle with LA Knight, and you can just see all of the plans and all of the matches. And LA Knight is definitely someone that WWE, Triple H, Rob Fee have long-term plans for, which is awesome. All right, we're going to move into our next match, the second match of the evening. But before we do that, Liquid Death. We're not sponsored by them, but we want to be. I'm doing that every time until Liquid Death sponsors us. Or at least give us
I say they've gotten back to us. They told us what they wanted.
No, we'll figure that out then. Hopefully by in the next couple of weeks we'll have an affiliate link or be sponsored by them. That'd be great. Anyway, moving on to LA Knight versus Tama with, by the way, I should say the entire Bloodline was at ringside. This is going to be a mainstay. This is going to be a thing that continues to happen until I'm assuming Nick Aldis gets involved and tells them that they cannot be out there. Which he might step up and say that for the PLE. Because at this point, I think Tama's going to go all the way. If I'm giving my prediction. So Solo's out here looking like the Godfather, and not the WWE Godfather with the hose. We're talking about the Sopranos, like gloves, red jacket, like he's some kind of mob boss. But either way, LA Knight is going to end up getting a firm upper hand, and Solo and Loa are going to end up getting on the apron to end up helping Tama regain control. And the way that Tama regains control, obviously, is going to be attacked from behind. And then, the match is just going to... I don't know, it's a decent match. It really is a decent match, but it ends up being the same thing. LA Knight is going to get his control, and then something's going to distract LA Knight, and then Tama's going to kind of get his, his moves in there. But the thing is that the thing with Tama is you can tell, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but you can definitely tell that Tama is bringing a new level of intensity to every single match that he's in. This is a different kind of person that WWE normally would bring in. And I think it's refreshing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Again, the word that comes to mind consistently is intensity. When I'm thinking about Tama Tonga, the dude is crazy.
Well, with everybody they're bringing in, as far as the Bloodline, they're all intense. Like Jacob Fatu, Tama Loa, Tama Tonga, like they're all intense. Like, again, watching God, that was something you would never see in WWE. Like, that is ECW, New Japan Wrestling. That is all indie shit. But this is what WWE needed. Like, I've been waiting for them to come here just to bring a different showing for a while, and they finally pulled the trigger over. And I'm guessing this had to be Triple H, because I don't see Vince going out there doing that. But
I mean, who's to say that these plans probably weren't even being talked about while Vince was still working there?
Yeah. No way. He would never bring that over here, because again, like you said, it's a different level of intensity. And man, let me tell you.
What the crazy thing about it is that when I watch Tama Tonga wrestle a match, I can tell by his body language that he wants to be crazier. Like, now, this is coming from someone who watched WCW as a kid and then watched WWE and hasn't strayed away. Like, I am what fans would call an E-drone. I love WWE. That is just my thing. G, you know a little bit more outside of the realm of WWE. Dresh, you do as well. I do not. So I haven't seen a lot of Tama Tonga's fighting and a lot of Tama Tonga's energy. But I'm telling you, like, watching it, I can just tell he wants to do more. He's got so much more in him. And I feel like his hands are tied because he's in WWE.
If they allowed him to do what he did in other programs and other
I think it's going to take a bit,
man.
But I think WWE will slowly untie it, especially with both Tonga and Loa here. And if they bring their third, I think WWE will start to, especially with this being, no longer that PG era. I think we're going to be able to start getting into some of the brutality, some of the insanity that you used to see from, pulling up old videos of gorillas.
And that's what I was saying. Like, we're getting out of that PG era. So once we're completely out of it, I'm thinking it's going to be hands off. Go out there, do what you do. Bring up God, bring up the Bullet Club. Like,
just don't kill anyone.
All of it. Question marks. We'll see.
We
shall see.
So yeah, I mean, to get to the end of the match, basically the Bloodline's going to get involved one more time, and LA Knight's going to take out Tonga and ask Solo to hit him. He's going to beg Solo to hit him. He will get, our LA Knight's going to get in the ring, and Tama's going to hit some kind of front face grab slam, and that's going to be the finish. No one has said the name of his finish. Does anybody know the name of his finish yet?
Not in WWE.
No.
Interesting. Well, we're going to go ahead and move on to, I guess, we go to commercial break and we come back and LA Knight is in the back and Carmello decides to go in on him about losing his match, and LA is going to shove Carmello, and they get into a shouting match, and the ref breaks them up, and JB Noble pulls back LA Knight. Jamie Noble, the only small wrestler that can hold back any other damn wrestler that exists. I swear to God.
The only one. He is legit the only one.
Yeah.
He can hold back anybody.
And sorry, snacking. This is going to move us into... Well, first of all, we're obviously going to do this match, LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes, and it's going to happen sooner rather than later. We'll get to why later on. But y'all probably already watched the show. And, spoiler alert, Carmelo doesn't win. But Logan, the Logan and Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes contract signing. So, this was interesting. And I don't know how I feel about it, but at the same time, I felt like it was good. So Logan comes out with a group of goons. And Cody's going to give a history, and Cody's going to end up giving a history lesson about War Games 32 years ago in 1992 with the Stinger Squad versus the Dangerous Alliance. I have watched that. War Games, and it is fantastic. It is regarded by a lot of people to be the best War Games that ever was. But you know, Logan kind of looks puzzled, and he says, "Yeah, you know, the reason I know that is because I'm a professional wrestling fan, and Logan, you aren't a wrestling fan." Now, I will say that I had a problem with this. Did anybody else have a problem with this, with Cody saying that?
Not really.
Because he said he's not a fan, he's just passing through. And, like I said, I took issue with it.
Well, as a heel, that's how he is perceived. Now, again, blurring the lines, we know he's a wrestling fan. He's been watching this shit since he was a kid. Whatever. But, as a heel, yes, he's just passing through because he's looking for that check. Why do you think he has the Prime sponsorship and, you know, just wants to get the WWE belt, like the undisputed belt or the world heavyweight belt? He does.
Did you freeze on us?
Yes, he did. There he is.
Oh, he's back. He's back. All right, cool.
Oh, did I blank out?
Yeah, you blanked for a second.
Damn.
It's all good.
Damn.
What was the last thing you said about Logan there?
That he's just passing through. That he just wants to get the world heavyweight belt or the WWE undisputed belt just to have it.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to have something because his brother's going to die here in a month and a half. So, you know.
It's true.
Speaking of which, have y'all seen the
Oh, the press event was fucking amazing.
The press event.
Oh God, yes.
Like
Tyson almost beat the ever-loving fuck out of just some random dude. Yeah, bro.
Like Jake is trying to listen here. Jake Paul was trying to intimidate Mike Tyson. I want you to think about what I just said there.
Mike don't care about nothing. Like I say,
He's ludicrous.
See, you know what? You do that. You wouldn't do that to his face.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't do it at all. Just in case he just so happens to stumble upon this podcast.
You're gonna say
we cool.
he might have been one of the 600 that was watching us a second ago. You don't know.
I want him to hit Jake Paul in the dick so hard Logan feels it.
Jeez.
Man, he might. He legit might.
All I know is that it's that won't be a good fight. That's going to be Mike Tyson most of the way, in my opinion. But
I honestly think I know we're off topic, but I honestly think they've talked to him and told him to kind of spar it for a couple rounds and then to land a bomb or two.
I want him to just feel one punch. That's it. After he feels it, I'm good.
Yeah, but I don't think Netflix would get their money if he went in there and just went full bore from the start. So
yeah,
I think Netflix just said, "Hey, give him a few rounds and then just get your eye from there."
Man, like he was laughing. He was laughing in his face, and I was like, "Yo, this is not okay. You don't know what you're walking into, man."
It is not wise, brother.
I can't wait. I actually might watch that.
I'm gonna watch it too. And his the first time Jake feels that first punch, that's when he's gonna know he's messed up.
If anything less than a Mike Tyson knockout, I'm gonna say it's rigged. And he's just getting paid for it. That's it.
Yeah, it should be. Even if Tyson is sparring in that first round, that first time the gloves connects or Tyson connects, fucking Jake Paul should just turn into the Ralphie, "I'm in danger" fucking meme, because
the intensity of his punches is still unreal. Like, I don't care how old on him, like relentlessly. Nah.
Yep.
If it's not a knockout, it's rigged, and he's just getting a paycheck for which, hey, get your money.
I'm praying for a one-punch knockout, but I know it's not gonna happen. Anyway, like I was saying, I think it's weak T. I think it was weak T for Cody to say that, because it's very obvious that Logan isn't passing through. It's very obvious that Logan can hang with the boys, and this is coming from someone that doesn't like him. I don't like Logan Paul at all, but even me, I feel like that just can't be said. But you're right. In the world of kayfabe, anything is possible, I guess. Yeah. So, but it's gonna be Logan's turn to speak then, and Logan says that Cody is saying what everybody else has said to him, and that it seems as if Cody is stalling, and Logan just came here tonight, and he says, "I just came here tonight to sign a contract." Logan looks the contract over and tears it up as the fans chant, "You can't read." Logan says that he never said that he would put his title on the line, and that he says that he had Jim Guillory write up one that he actually liked. He tells Nick to make Cody sign that contract, and Nick says that this isn't what they agreed to and that he's had enough of Logan. So Nick starts to get angry, obviously, and so Cody's going to interject, and he relieves Nick from the ring before he blows his top and says something that he'll regret. And he says that, "Look, I'll settle this. I'll bring the contract back by your office when we're done." So Nick Aldis is going to leave. Do what?
Nick would have fucked him up. Nick would have fucked him up if he didn't leave.
Oh yeah.
That's what we do.
So Logan then says that Cody has done nothing to earn a title shot at his title. Cody says that Mike Tyson, a WWE Hall of Famer, is going to knock out Logan's brother in July, and a future Hall of Famer, meaning me, Cody Rhodes, is going to beat you in Saudi Arabia. But he said it like this: Saudi Arabia. That's how he talks. So
he said it like a daddy.
He does have a bigger list than Tyson.
Cody then signs the contract.
Like a daddy.
Cody then signs the contract. Logan tries to attack him from behind with the title, but then when he fails, old Broccoli Head gets a power bomb through the table for trying to attack Cody after Logan dips. Now I'm only calling him Broccoli Head because that is what Corey Graves called him, or Bad News. One of them called him Broccoli Head. It's the only reason I'm calling him Broccoli Head. Cody then stands in the ring triumphant and holds up both titles in the center of the ring before throwing Logan back his own title. Logan's on the outside of the ring being a heel, saying, "That's my title. Give my title back. That's my title." It's funny.
Hi, Fred.
I was gonna say that, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yo, we live as hell right now. What the hell's wrong with you?
I ain't saying it.
That's how you said it.
It's fair. All right, so now we're gonna get into like one of the most disappointing things I've seen in a long time.
Give me my title back. I'm sorry. Oh, why did you do it? I need my title back. You don't understand. Yo, can we just go?
Go ahead, say something. Say something, fat ass. Go ahead.
My man's just walked in with a jug of Kool-Aid and 2 sandwiches with a bag of chips.
Yeah,
Come on,
what
we
you
got
got?
to do a podcast. Oh.
Hey, you know what? You know what? This is his second job, and he packed his lunch. That's all right. I ain't mad at him. All right. So we're gonna get to Nia. He has another drink. We're gonna get to Nia versus Jade Cargil. So this is the most disappointing match of the night to me because it could have been so much more. And they are gonna do the match again, I know, but man, was it just disappointing. So,
Well, I'm gonna stop you there. I will say the finish was
yes, the finish.
the finish was this.
Yes,
The match, however, was entertaining as shit.
yes.
The match lasted like 37 seconds.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I can talk about the entire match in less than a minute, which is Nia starts the match knocking Jade on her tail. 2 shots.
What you expect?
Yep. So it was one right hand knocks Jade down. Jade gets up. Jade gets knocked back down. They end up on the outside of the ring, and then they work over to the barricade where Jade's daughter is standing there in the front row, and Jade grabs her daughter by the shoulders and says, "Mommy's okay." Nia grabs Jade, throws her to the ground, gets in Jade's daughter's face and says, "Your mom sucks." This little girl looks up and says, "No, she doesn't." I was like, oh. After that, Jade's going to hit a side kick. They're going to work to the ring announcer area. Nia's going to grab a chair, swing it at Jade. Jade was supposed to catch it. She misses it.
Mm-hmm. And it connects.
Connects with her face.
What the fuck?
Tears a piece of her cheek off, which is nasty. I don't know if you saw after the match. Her cheek was she was leaking. And then she grabs the chair, and out of anger, she just starts beating Nia Jax with the chair, which causes a disqualification. Now afterwards, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight up the ramp. Security's gonna come out, break them up, all of this cool stuff. The crowd's chanting bullshit because that's exactly what it was. But again, they're gonna do this match, and when they do the match in its entirety, it is going to be an incredible match. There's no way Jade is getting Nia up for the Jaded. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, that would be a hell of a feat of strength.
I think she can do it. I know she can do it.
Nah.
She picked up Piper Niven with ease.
No, she didn't.
Ease. Yes, she did. That was with ease.
Nah.
You saw that woman go up in the air? Yeah.
She went up in the air. But the thing is she had to put her down immediately because she couldn't hold her.
Well, ain't nobody supposed to hold that. She just picked her up and then put it down. Ain't nobody who said she had to hold it? Everybody said she had to hold it.
It's just a feat of strength. It's like Dresh was saying.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Either way.
Again, highlight was Nia telling the girl her mom sucks.
Yes, very true.
Highlight of the night.
Very true. And,
But,
you know,
goddamn.
Nia is going to go forward in this tournament. She goes against Bianca Belair next week. I assume it's going to be Nia going over on the SmackDown side and going to the finals.
Probably.
And you know what? We have talked about Nia getting her due, right? We've talked about Nia getting what she deserves, and they haven't given her a title. If they make her Queen of the Ring, you know what? I'll be okay with it. If they make her Queen of the Ring, I won't be upset by it.
I'll shut up for 6 months.
Yeah. So
I'll shut up for 6 months.
I think it wouldn't be bad. And, you know, we talked about it with Jade out. I think that's the way it's going to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think they're going to go to that. And what you've got on the Raw side just doesn't support anything that Nia couldn't put down. And with Bianca already hurt, they're going to have that be a layover as well, you know. Especially with the pregnancy thing. So.
Yeah. If that's true.
Who was the Lyra versus Io overall?
Lyra versus Io, yeah.
Yeah.
And not neither one of them's going over Nia.
Again, regardless, SmackDown wins regardless. Neither one of them goes over Bianca. Neither one of them goes over Nia. If they do, I call bullshit.
Heard that. So now we're gonna get into Angel and Berto with Legado del Fantasma versus DIY Do-It-Yourself Tomaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano with A-Town Down Under on commentary. How's that sandwich?
Good.
All right, so here we're gonna get a QR code.
I get it.
I would love a sandwich. I don't have any sandwiches.
No, pause.
What?
Pause. Did you get up and make a sandwich in the middle of the podcast?
I was talking to y'all from the kitchen where I was making the sandwich.
Also, he didn't make a sandwich. He made 2 sandwiches. G? Yeah,
the Kool-Aid.
Yo, man, podcasting like, yo, pause. I gotta make 2 sandwiches. Oh, that's fucking fantastic.
Look, I got home 20 minutes before the podcast. Fuck you. I wanted food.
That's fair. That's fair, my man. Nah, but you know what though? My man Dresh has worked 2 doubles and has to be back in the morning. So, nah.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, as I say, you had it hard, man. Eat your sandwich. Eat 4 sandwiches. Make FOMO. Now,
I ain't a fat ass.
So, moving on though. So Legado del Fantasma versus DIY A-Town Down Under on commentary. Now look. We're going to get a QR code here. I'm not going to talk about it this week because it's one of those things that just goes. It's one of those things that just goes too deep. Right there is the check out our recent QR code Uncle Howdy vid right here. It is in the chat. So definitely check it out. I don't know. I made the video. I think it's a decent video. We have a new intro for the video. It's pretty cool. And we go through everything that we know of with the QR code. Bottom line is this. If they don't debut completely at King and Queen of the Ring, something major is going to happen at King and Queen of the Ring involving them. Because now we even have the broadcasters, the announcers putting it over. After the match, Corey Graves and Wade Barrett even said, hey, there's this weird QR code. Last week it took us to this. And then they actually showed the therapy session that was from Raw's QR code that led to Thursday, all that good stuff. Again, I'm not going to get too much into it, but it's all connecting.
Interesting. They essentially broke the 4th wall on that one.
Yeah.
Nobody else has even mentioned the QR code when it comes up through anything or anything like that.
Yep.
And now in the middle of this one, now the announcers are seeing it. You know, that's a pickup that I saw that I thought was kind of interesting.
Yep. They saw it on Raw too. They mentioned it on Raw as well. But SmackDown is going deeper. I honestly almost think that SmackDown's the better show right now. There's an argument to be made for that. Raw has the better superstars. Raw has the better wrestlers, I think. But SmackDown's the better show.
Questionable.
I don't know. It's a good argument that can be made.
I will say SmackDown is the better show, though. SmackDown is definitely the better show. Like, quality-wise, wrestling-wise, you get more out of it and there's less time. Raw just seems like a bunch of filler.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, But anyway, we'll get into this match. Angel and Berto debuted a new move, which they called the Garza Special, the Garza Special, which it's a pretty decent move. It's pretty cool. Basically, one wrestler holds up. I think it was Berto that holds up the wrestler in held up Ciampa in the jaded position. And then there was a face slam. Then they lifted the wrestler up into like a back body stretch. And then it was like a running kick in the face. It was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool move. Definitely something you have to look up. It's hard to explain. There's a lot of different moves combined into one. Nevertheless, it might as well be called Blue Thunder Bomb because it got a near fall. Didn't win the match. Johnny's gonna get a really nice bulldog where he's using on Berto, where he's using Angel as a post, and he does like a spin around, which was pretty dope. LDF tries to cheat to win. Santos gets up on the apron at one point to cast distraction while Electro Lopez pulls Gargano's leg to make him land on his giggleberries while he's on the top rope. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day because Santos and Electra get kicked out, which distracts Berto. And after this, Berto's going to get schmacked with a meet in the middle, and DIY will win the match. Now after this, A-Town Down Under stands on the announcer's table, holds up their titles, talks their trash, and then we're going to go back to the next segment. So, Berto and Angel, man, talk to me a little bit. Talk to me a little bit for about Berto and Angel. Where do we see them going? Are they just the Dolph Ziggler? Or they're just the filler, or are they going to be tag champs one day? Are we seeing like future tag champions in them?
Filler, like filler. It just seems like it's filler. Like they have potential to go the distance and be actually a decent tag team. It's just, is anybody interested? Are you interested? Do you even care about them?
In them, no.
Yeah, and that's my point. Nobody cares about them. They bring nothing else to the table other than halfway decent moves. It's nothing like, oh, y'all see that Garza Special? Again, what the fuck is that name?
Oh, it's something in Spanish.
Garza Special? It was something in Spanish?
I think so. The Gorgonzola Special or something?
Alright. You know what? Anyway, my point is they're just nothing like special. Again, they're quality wrestlers. It's just nothing special to me.
You timed me out. You timed me out for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Because you said giggleberries.
Jesus. All right. So we'll cut to commercial and go to Byron Saxton. He's in the back with AJ Styles, and Byron is going to ask him where he's supposed to go from here. And AJ says he had a good match with Cody, but he came up short. And then he had a good match. He had a chance to redeem himself in the tournament, but he lost in the first round against Randy Orton. AJ says, I guess the next step is for me to go to Nick Aldis's office next week, and we'll find out what happens. I really don't know what they do with AJ. I hope I assume they're going to put him in a program with like Shinsuke Nakamura or some dumb shit like that. I mean, we'll see.
Oh, Jesus.
You can't have them both lose.
You can't have...
They're going to put him in the fucking old folks home is what they're going to do.
I wouldn't know what to do with him either. Like, the Cody Rhodes match was
Yeah.
The Randy Orton match, it was exciting, but
I like the Randy Orton match. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Cody Rhodes match.
Shit, you know what? Put him in a segment with fucking Sami Zayn or some shit. I don't know.
They can't. They're on different things now.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Damn. Yeah, I don't know then. I honestly don't know.
They need to get the title off of Logan Paul, and they need to, because like they have a really good mid card right now running. I mean, I think they still need another title, but nevertheless, they have a good mid card running on Raw. There is no mid card title on SmackDown because Logan Paul is a celebrity champion. Doesn't make any sense.
And he's going for the undisputed belt. The XPLE. So I mean, what's the point in that? Like,
if he gets it, I'm leaving.
He's not getting it.
I know. I'm just saying, if he gets it, I'm leaving.
If he gets it, I think a lot of people would leave.
A lot of people will be upset. That would be some prime bullshit.
They're gonna switch AJ Styles. They're gonna have him take the speed belt from Ricochet, and then he's just gonna run like 6 months of speed belt.
Yeah, whatever they do, they need to do something quick because the mid card is gonna die slowly on SmackDown if they don't figure something out.
With Apollo Crews.
I saw something on Twitter that said, who is your most unutilized wrestler that has all the talent but isn't used properly? And I was like, Apollo Crews, first person that came to mind. That dude still could have a future in WWE, man. I mean, like, he was in WWE in 2014, but so I don't know. I guess they missed their time.
This man talks about Apollo Crews almost more than he talks about Tiffany Stratton.
I mean, it's fair though, because me and him, as long as we found out both like wrestling, and you actually showed me Apollo Crews. We've been talking about him then, because it's bullshit that he hasn't had anything. And then they had another fucking unicorn, Keith Lee, didn't do nothing with him. So I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Keith Lee had different challenges, I'll say. That's the best way to put it. Keith Lee had different challenges, but I don't want to get into all of that. But there were things holding Keith Lee back, and there's reasons that WWE didn't use him correctly. I'm not a fan of it, but I understand why WWE didn't push him the way he deserved to be pushed.
Because he had a big belly.
No, it wasn't that at all. It was mental stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
But and he also had some conditions. But anyway, we're gonna cut to Bayley in the back with Byron Saxton, and he asks her about the tournament. And before Bayley can even say anything, Piper and Chelsea are going to walk up, and Chelsea says that the only reason Piper lost is because Bayley sprinkled her bad Bayley juju on her. Doesn't sound terrible. Either way, Bayley says that she doesn't have time to talk, but she wants to talk to them next week in the ring. And she skips away laughing, and as she walks away, Chelsea and Piper smile like this is a good thing for them, like they're going to win the title or something next week. I hope we do that match, and I hope that you know what, I like Piper. I like Dewdrop. I don't like Chelsea.
Yeah, why you don't like Chelsea?
I mean, like, I like her. It's just like I'll say she plays her character well. She's a very, very good heel, and her and Piper being together is a weird mismatch.
It is.
But they work.
Works, though. I ain't gonna lie, it does work.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Man, you call it Dewdrop.
Well,
this is a hell of a name. We're gonna call you Dewdrop.
Dewdrop.
Why?
She's like, my name's Piper Niven. Vince is like, no, you look like a dewdrop. It's like, all right.
He's like, I guarantee you, you're moist, and that's why.
Oh, okay.
God.
Move on.
Yep, we're gonna get into Randy Orton versus Carmello. Can I mute you for 600 seconds? Anyway, Anyway, Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes. Since this was the main event, I did do this kind of play-by-play, so we're gonna go through it. We'll talk about it. On Orton's way to the ring, he sees a little girl's sleeve, and or a little girl, and he signs her sleeve, and he tries to get a fist bump from her, and she totally just like leaves him hanging, and some other fan has to fist bump him, and Randy was like, all right, and then Randy turns around, and then the girl turns around and realizes what was going on. Yo, that girl cried in the car. She's like, I could have fist bumped Randy Orton. It's like, you dumb little bit. No, but either way, Carmello in this match definitely showed out. He definitely seems to show out every match. He gets an early boost of momentum, but after he decides to do something really dumb. He's
him in the back of the head. He said,
yeah, he said, you know what's a good idea right now? I'm going to kick this man in the knee and then slap him in the back of his head. That'll be good. Spoiler alert.
Love it, though.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, the audacity is good, and it's what got Randy Orton where he is, so whatever, but it's just going to piss Randy off. So Randy Orton at this point is just going to take over, beat his ass in the corner for a little bit. They're going to end up on the outside, where Carmello's actually going to counter the patented back body drop on the announcer table with a poke to the eye, or like, it's like he put his fist in the forehead of Randy Orton, something to you know, like some kind of heel tactic. Either way, it's going to stun Randy for a second, but then Carmello's not going to capitalize, and he's going to showboat. So Randy's just going to grab Carmello's leg and just sweep him to the ground. This leads to Randy actually doing 3 back body drops on the announce table. He did 2, and then the fans begged for a 3rd, and he was happy to oblige. We'll go to a commercial break and come back to find that Carmello has actually taken over completely. He'll continue his unique offense on Orton, as well as target the left leg, which is taped up. The momentum will shift, however, when Carmello goes for a head punt on Orton, and Orton will turn it around with a quick power slam. Carmello will bring it back, though, when he hits the first 48, and he's going to start to focus on the knee again, but the momentum then shifts around back to Orton when he goes for the nothing but net, and Randy gets out of the way and catches him in the second rope hanging DDT. This will lead Randy Orton to set up for the RKO, but Carmello will counter it and will roll up for a near fall. They will then trade off counters until Carmello goes for a second rope springboard maneuver, and Randy will counter with the RKO out of nowhere to advance in the tournament. After the match, we get Kathy Kelly coming into the ring to do an interview, but the Bloodline is going to come out in their entirety to confront Orton, and Orton grabs the mic, and he's actually going to cut a fire promo on the Bloodline. He says that he's not going to be intimidated by them, and you must not know who I am. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Randy Orton. I'm the 14-time World's Heavyweight Champion.
4.
He said 4.
Then 14.
Yes, thank you. 14-time Heavyweight Champion and soon to be King of the Ring. He says, since we are doing introductions, Tama, I'm going to introduce my foot directly to your ass. And then I'm going to reintroduce you to the 3 most dangerous letters in WWE, RKO. Tama's obviously pissed. He's being like held back by Solo. I think the real victim in this entire match is the microphone that he was speaking into after the match, because god dang, the man spit on that mic.
He spit so much on that damn microphone. Whoever has to clean that, I apologize for that.
He might as well have been Batista. Tell me what I want. Give me what I want. It's like, oh man.
He had to get his point across.
So I have a stupid question.
Sure.
Is the RKO really out of nowhere when you're expecting it to be out of fucking nowhere? It just seems to be the only way he actually hits it anymore. It's not just there's no setup. It's just, oh.
I think, well, in my opinion, he could hit it. It coming in still be good, but the fans, it has to be out of nowhere. You know, it's kind of, oh shit, Randy He hit it out of nowhere. Oh shit! I had a heart attack. I don't get it. I mean, he can hit it like straight up. I don't know if y'all remember. It wasn't the RKO, but when Randy was fighting the Nexus, and he face punted somebody that was laying in the ring. He ran back to the ring, face punted somebody, and CM Punk chased him back. And how he turned around and vipered up. That shit was so real. I was like, if CM Punk gets up, that's a wrap, regardless of how he. That shit was so real. I could be excited for that. Because you saw the intensity in his face. It's like, fuck this shit. I will fuck you up. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
Right.
I actually kind of popped for that when that happened. I was like, yo, that was real shit.
Like, I'm not trying to take away from the match. It was a great match. It really was. I enjoyed the match. Everybody, it's the RKO from out of nowhere. Motherfucker, you expected it to be out of nowhere. So you're just looking at it and you're going, oh, the match is, there's like 2 minutes left in Smackdown. Oh, there it is.
You know it's coming. I don't know. Again, in my opinion, it could face up still be good, but they have to do it out of nowhere to keep the out of nowhere phrase going.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So now we have Randy Orton versus Tama Tonga. Now we have Nia Jax versus Jade Cargil.
No, Bianca Belair.
Oh yeah, we just did that. I'm sorry. Yeah, Bianca Belair. My bad. I was typing when I said that. But we have, what is it? Gunther versus Jey Uso, and we have Io Sky versus Lyra Valkyria. So, who's gonna win it all? Men's side.
Jay. At this point, Jay, they'll find a fucking way.
I can't.
You see Tama moved forward, they're gonna have Jay beat Gunther, so it's a bloodline match at the fucking at the event. And Jay's gonna drive that wedge by beating Tama.
Well, if it's a bloodline segment, Jay's gonna lose because they're gonna be buried. Jay always
Maybe that's where they bring Jacob in.
That's where Jimmy comes back.
Or Jimmy, yeah.
Or Jimmy comes back and then Jacob interferes and just thrashes Jimmy. So you get two new superstars. Well, you get one new superstar coming in, and then Jay loses.
I think that's where we're going, though. I think it's gonna end up Jay Tama. I think that's what we're gonna see.
If they're really pushing this bloodline story, then yeah, that's how it's going.
And I think Jay winning it would do more for the bloodline story than Tama winning it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think Jay.
It's gonna be.
I don't think good.
I think Jay wins only if Bloodline is barred from ringside. If that's the case, Jay wins. Bloodline comes out to beat down Jay. Jimmy comes out to help his brother. Maybe Jacob then joins, but I don't think we have a pay-per-view in between. I think that Jimmy comes out to help his brother. I think that we get Jimmy and Jay versus Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga at Clash at the Castle. I think that Jay and Jimmy almost beat them, but then Jacob joins the bloodline, the new bloodline. I don't think we see Roman back until Survivor Series.
Damn. I hate that you called that out like that, because I like that. But chaos.
I think it overbalances it. I think Jacob's going to end up falling in with the Uso side because we're not going to see Roman for much longer. I think they bring Jacob to the Usos.
But then that gives power over it gives power to the new Bloodline if they do bring the chick up in, and it leaves the Usos and the OG Bloodline just kind of helpless until Big Bad Booty Daddy Roman comes back.
Big Bad Booty Daddy.
No, Big Bad Booty Daddy. But honestly, I don't know, cause it depends on who wins Monday. If Jay wins Monday, then it's probably going to be a Bloodline finish. If Gunther wins, I don't know. Maybe Gunther versus
Gunther wins. I'd like that. That would actually be a pretty good match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gunther versus Randy Orton. That would be a fantastic match.
It would be. It's not going to happen. They're definitely pushing the Bloodline. Definitely going to be Bloodline.
But I don't know.
Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, shit. That's why his lights was flickering on and off.
Well, at least he had his last meal. All right, so...
Yo!
So, let's move on to the ladies. Let's discuss the ladies real quick.
All right.
Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria, Nia Jax, Bianca Belair. I think we're all pretty solid, and Nia's going to win maybe the whole thing, but she's definitely going to win on SmackDown. Who takes it, Io Sky or Lyra Valkyria? Who's she going to face? This is actually a really interesting question, I think.
I think they'll give it to Lyra. Really?
I think so.
Let's hear it.
I mean,
Io has had her title run.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra's got nothing yet. I think they're going to continue with Lyra. I think they're going to run her through Io. It may not be an easy match. It may even come as a disqualification on Io because of damage control interfering. But I think they're going to run Lyra through and put Lyra against Nia. And obviously Nia is going to sit on her in the world.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing that. And it would be a face versus a heel. But at the same time, I just don't... Lyra's new. They have to keep Io some kind of relevance since they didn't do shit with their title run. I don't know. I mean, it would be some relevancy to have Io and Damage Control try to take on the Irresistible Force by herself to show Nia Jax, how powerful she is, that she could just take on 3-1 and just kind of dominate. But again, I can see it going either way with Io or Lyra Valkyria, but either way, Nia wins it regardless.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like I said, I think it's going to be Lyra, but I really think the SmackDown side, I'm almost certain is going to be Nia.
I think Lyra makes a lot of sense, but I think that Io... I think that it hurts Damage Control in Io Sky if Lyra wins. And I think that right now the story needs to be people going against Damage Control because Damage Control is running amok. So there's more stories that have to be dealt with here than just, it's the Bloodline, on the men's side. So that being said, I'm gonna say Io. I think Lyra should win it, and my heart says that Lyra should win it, but I think they're going to give it to Io.
False. In your heart, you said Tiffany should win it, but
that is true.
You're saying.
Now, that wasn't my heart that said that. So, either way, that is Smackdown. Now, gentlemen, do we have news? We're right at an hour.
Nothing crazy. I mean, most of it is dumb stuff. Dominic getting a new Simpsons tattoo. Jerry Lawler's health declining. Stuff like that.
Okay. So Dom got a new tattoo. I don't think anybody really cares about that one. What's it of, though?
The Simpsons. It's the couch with the Simpsons on it, except it's just the Simpsons as skeletons.
Oh. So it's not like
that's pretty cool.
It's not like Simpsons couch with him, Liv, and Rhea sitting on it or something?
Nope. It's his inner thigh,
Oh.
Pushing the narrative, bro.
It's the Simpsons on his upper thigh. Just
Gross.
Above the shark tattoo, the shark jaw that he's got on his knee.
And then Jerry Lawler's health, yeah. So they're saying he's never going to return?
They're saying it is very unlikely he will make an announcer return because of his declining health. Yes.
Yeah. I would say poor guy, but the dude's also kind of a perv. It's kind of hard.
Kind of.
He's very much a perv. Yeah, he's very much a
That
perv.
motherfucker's a straight perv.
Yeah. In more ways than one, and in some actually worse ways than others. But,
Not just the puppies, but goddamn.
yeah. So, but either way, what other did you have another piece of news, G? I can't remember.
So Natalia's cat passed away.
Yeah.
Which that affects people, all sorts of crap like
I guess
So
it affects somebody somewhere.
yeah. So RP Natalia's cat.
Yeah. Outside of that, my friends, we have put episode 31 in the bank. We got like 100 subs. We got we got 100 followers, more followers. We got we got a sub.
Fucking you say 100 subs. I was like, wait a minute.
100 subs. Time for me to
we got
better write up my notice letter.
Shit.
Either way,
Yo.
my friends, it is about that time that we tell you all the same thing that we've been telling you all since the beginning, and that is that we're going to the top. Slowly but surely it's happening, and you can see it right before your very eyes. And I'm going to end with the moniker that everybody loves. If you want good news and if you want good reviews, you're going to come right here to It's All a Work. Yeah. Snap into a podcast. Woo!
We out. We out. We out. We out.